right, I'm here with Jeff Ragan, head coach, Team Georgia. Man, how are you rooted in wrestling?
I started wrestling in PE in middle school and really liked it down in Florida. You're from the Southeast, I'm from the Southeast. Just started wrestling and really fell in love with it when I was a freshman and never stopped.
Awesome. And all the wrestling you did, I mean, obviously a successful high school wrestler, wrestled All-American, you coached at the college level. In all of that, up to this point, what would you say is the most important thing that you've gotten out of wrestling?
I guess out of wrestling, I've just learned how it builds character, how it teaches kids to be their best, and I think that's why I'm still involved in it, in spite of everything I've done, learning how to overcome obstacles and adversity, whether it's an official, whether it's health or bad calls or just things not going your way. You just got to build yourself up and say, hey, I got to do it the next day. And I love how the young men and women now that are coming out of this sport are doing so many great things. And you look back at how it makes the best employees and whatever. So I could say a lot of things, but I say the bottom line is we're building young men and women, and we're building people of character. So that's probably my favorite thing about our sport.
So Team Georgia, great things. A lot of kids.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I was at the Citadel, associate head coach, through 2014, where I'd been the head coach for South Carolina. Jerry Wigger and I and a couple of people were really involved, trying to make that into a thing. And then when I came over to help with Team Georgia, I felt like it was best if I start from the beginning, the grassroots of, we got a minion group, we got Team Georgia, but they weren't working together. So I said, you know what, I'm going to start working with the youth level. And we started with a schoolboy team and got them like Team Georgia and Minion and All-Star. It's all the same thing. We're all one team. We're Team Georgia. So we brought 9 or 10 guys. Those guys are wrestling juniors right now. The next year we brought even more, and then we won schoolboy nationals. Got kids excited about freestyle Greco. Got kids excited about wrestling year-round, at least in all styles. And now those kids are comfortable. They're coming to Fargo and they're believing in themselves. They're watching their buddies going, hey, they did it, I can do it. And we placed third in Greco and fourth in freestyle cadets, and we didn't have our full lineup, and not everybody was healthy. But at the end of the day, these kids are getting exposed to it at a younger level, and we're not only a folk style state anymore. We're not only a Minion versus Team Georgia. We are one state. We are one team, and I think that's been resonated. We got an amazing coaching staff now. I think the best coaching staff we've ever had. We brought the most kids that we've had by at least 20, and I think we're going to continue to excel and have some great finishes out here. So I'm just excited about what we're building as we started from schoolboy, and we built it all the way through these first-year juniors and second-year juniors. So.
How important is it for all these successful things you're doing? I mean, winning a national title, right? Now these kids are coming up and competing for it at the cadet and junior level. How important was it, like you said, you had kind of two schools, right? You had the Minion School of Thought, and then you had USA Wrestling. How important was it for the state of Georgia for everybody to be on the same page?
It was the most important thing. And sitting back that first year, while I watched what Team Georgia did and while I watched what Minions were doing, I could definitely tell there was a bit of a divide, and I felt like it didn't have to be that way, because at the end of the day, if you're just putting yourself in folk style, you're limiting yourself. So I sat back, I did some fundraising, I helped out wherever Team Georgia needed me, but watching that for a year and watching the best kids not be a part of the off season for Freestyle Greco, it was conversations on the phone, it was meeting at a restaurant with some parents and just really getting excited about it. But at the same time, I think what I sold them on was, look, I was a FILA World Team member, I was a FILA World Team placer, I was coached by one of the best in the world with John Smith, an All-American Big 12 champion, and I was a college coach for 14 years. I coached Olympian in 2012, World Team members, and that kind of stuff was like, I'm going to try to do that for your kids too. I want to help your guys reach the highest level. And when they realized that there was definitely potential for that, they wanted to be on board. And then now we have the coaches that are the same kind of stuff. With Stacey Davis, with international reffing experience, Terry Allison, who's been at the highest level, at Pannone, who's got his own club, but he sees the value of this, so he doesn't just, I'm going to keep my club away from you. And everyone's on board, and we're really excited to have a new face for what we're doing and where we're going. And we see the big picture now. So I think that's paying off big time.
Great stuff, man. I really appreciate it. You got anything else for me?
No, that's it. We're just going to keep rocking and rolling. Woodward Academy, we won state title this past year in duels and individuals. We got 7 national ranked guys. 2 of these guys, one's in the semis, one's a match weight for placing. In the junior level, we got Nick Masters, who's going to returning a Fargo finalist. And we got 3 or 4 guys that are not exactly 100%, couldn't come. But next year, man, we're not just building Team Georgia. I'm building a hell of a team down there at Woodward. I'm excited about for next year. So,
man, that's awesome, man. Awesome, great stuff. I appreciate it, bro.
All right, thanks.